Hello, I am Marie Contreras. For the last 20 years, I have been a vintage and antique collectibles reseller on eBay. For the last 5 years, I have run my own pet care business. I write a weekly blog about pet care, and I recently wrote my first book about caring for dogs. I make videos on this channel about growing a small business, saving money, and living life on your own terms. If this sounds like something you would enjoy, stick around. I hope you enjoy what I created for you.
Hello. In today's video, I want to talk about something that all pet care providers are faced with. It's the saddest part of the job. It's that the pets inevitably pass away. They live short lives, 10 to 20 years is the most you'll get out of pretty much any dog. Cats are around the same. And so we outlive them by quite a lot. A lot of my customers have older dogs. And because I have, a dozen customers that I see on a regular basis, I deal with this a lot, unfortunately. I never get used to it. It never gets easier. And seeing my clients suffering never gets easier either. The process is horrible. There's no way around that. But what can you do as a pet care provider? The first thing that I would advise against doing is really trying to fix it. Trying to fix the situation, trying to control the situation, giving unasked for advice. They're not our animals. And so it's not our decision what the next step should be. That is completely up to the pet parent, in my opinion. If they ask you for advice and you have some knowledge regarding the potential illness that the dog is going through, even then I would hesitate to give advice, because unless you're a veterinarian, that can get you into trouble and it can set you up for liability. I really think all you can do is just be there for the pets and be there for the owners. Ask them, what can I do? How can I be there for you? And in most cases, there's nothing you can do. You can't make the pet live longer. You can't make a sick pet well. So really all we can do is be compassionate for the owners, compassionate towards the pets, just be there for them. They may take days off, they may cancel services so that they can spend more time with their animals. I don't charge for those I don't charge cancellation fees with my regular clients anyway. I have it set up where officially I charge a cancellation fee, but I don't actually charge it. If they're ongoing customers and they have a reason to stay home, I credit their account if they've already paid. So I don't charge for cancellations when they're staying home with their sick pet. The other thing that I do personally to make it a little easier on myself is when I know that a pet is ill, I'll spend more time with them. If it's a 30-minute walk, I'm gonna spend the time that I need just in case that pet's not there the next day, so that I feel like I made the pet's last days as good as possible. I have one of my clients is going through this currently, and it's been weighing on my heart because it's hard to see. I made my last video about it. Today I went to go walk her. She was doing much better. She greeted me at the door. She was able to walk today. Yesterday she wasn't. It just made me so happy to see her have a turn for the better. I don't know if it'll last. I don't know if this is her situation's improving or if she's just having a good day, but I'll take it. I'll take all the good days that I can get. I take as many pictures as I can and I send those to the pet parents, because you never know when it's going to be your last chance to take a picture. And when they are gone, these pictures are very comforting. Another thing that I do is I save all the pictures that I take on a daily basis in a big folder on my cloud. When the pet passes, I will go to Shutterfly and I'll make a memory book for the client. I take all my favorite photos over the years and I put them into a book. I have given those to several of the pet owners that have lost their pets. It may make them cry, but it's a happy cry. It's something that they can look through when their pain's not so fresh. They seem to really appreciate it. You could also do photos. You could do framed photos. Just kind of play it by ear. I mean, there's different budgets for these things. And right now with the cost of everything going so high, we can't necessarily spend as much on gifts as we did a few years ago. I know I can't. With the cost of gas, I am trimming everything extra from my budget. Several of the parents that I've had that have lost their pets, some will replace their animal right away. I've noticed that there's two different ways that the pet parents typically respond. And this is just anecdotal. It's not science-based or no research has been done on this. It's just what I've experienced personally. There are customers that are so heartbroken that the only way that they feel better is to go out and rescue another pet right away. Then there are the other half, it's about 50-50 in my experience. The other half they feel too guilty, they can't bring another pet home. And so what they'll do is they'll wait until the pain has subsided. They take 6 months to a year to grieve, and then they'll replace the pet. Most of them do replace the pet. Some of them, the pain is so great that they don't ever want to feel that again, and so it may take them a very long time, if ever, to replace the pet. But the majority of them are either going to get a new one right away, or they're going to wait a while. From a pet care standpoint, many of your clients have multiple pets, so the loss of a pet doesn't mean that you're out of business with that client. It may mean that you're out of business for a year or two. I would touch base with them every now and then, check in on them every 3 to 6 months. I wouldn't be hounding them all the time, and I wouldn't be encouraging them one way or the other. People will do what they need to do. I wouldn't push them. Just because you're the type who wants another pet right away, or the type that couldn't think of getting another pet right away, your client may be the opposite. And so just know in the back of your mind that it's their decision, and they have to make it in their own time. There's nothing wrong with checking in on them and just saying, hey, I was thinking about you. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Most of these people, we take care of their pets for years, and all of my clients over time become friends. And that may not be the most business-like approach, but I'm taking care of their animals. During the pandemic, probably half of my clients, if they continued services, they worked from home. And so I've gotten to know them really well. And they trust me with their animals, so there's just a bond that you create. It's not like regular retail. The service that you're providing is so personal that friendships often are made. So just, check in on them. If it's, when the time has come that the pet is suffering, we can't decide when enough is enough. All we can do is support the clients, support the pets, and that's it. That's all we can do, is just try to be as supportive and empathetic as possible. I would encourage everybody to be there for their pet if they are going to choose euthanasia, not to drop the pet off and leave. That's hard on a pet. But again, it's not for us to decide how they say goodbye to their animal. That's a hard part, to keep our mouth shut when we have our own opinions and our own ideas about how things should or shouldn't be. But in this case, I strongly feel that they have to be comfortable with their own decisions, and it is their animal, to just try to continue the best care possible and providing as much support as possible, because people get really attached to their animals. Anybody that laughs at you for crying over a dog or a cat just doesn't get it, because people get so emotionally bonded with their animals that the pain's real. So all you really can do is just, there's not a gift you can buy. You could send them flowers, or you could take them to lunch, or you could buy them things, but none of that is going to make this pain feel better. But just be supportive. I know this subject's kind of depressing. Well, this subject is very depressing, but unfortunately in this line of work, it's something that you will deal with. I lose one of my clients to old age or some type of illness about once a year, and I hate it. But I love the animals, and I end up loving the clients. And these are the things that I do to get through it. I hope this helps someone. Have a great day.
If you enjoyed this video, nudge the like button. If you would like to see more like this, consider subscribing. If you would like to read the blog or check out my new book, I'm going to leave links to them in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye till next time.